Here we're setting up HIDMacros. This is a unique program for Windows because it allows you to separate the keystrokes per keyboard. I don't know of another program in Windows that'll do it. So we're going to copy the folder into our program files. Next thing we're going to do is add it to our startup folder. So we go to the start menu, we click run, and then we type in shell semicolon startup, and that'll take us to the startup folder. Then we're going to add a shortcut to that folder so it starts up when Windows starts. So we're going to go create shortcut on the bottom and then copy one over. I already have one over there because it's already set up, so I'm just going to pretend like I'm copying it, and I'm going to delete the old one. So let's open up HIDMacros. This is a very confusing program to start, but it'll make more sense in a moment here. So here we have the macros, devices. This is all the keyboard and mouse plugged in. For macros, there's an area on the top called test area. That's going to tell you which device you are pressing at the moment and which button you're pressing. So I'm going to hit a keyboard button, and it's going to tell me which button in parentheses I'm hitting, and then there's an event code there. So let's start with Sony Camera 2. So when I click Sony Camera 2, I have this set up to, I'll program it to use the 6 button or the 4 button here. So when I hit the 4 button, Windows will hit Windows 2 to open up my Sony app. And then I can click the shutter button with my 0 on my keypad, and that's just denoting and that's going to send the button 1. That's unique to the Sony program. Now when I shift left and right, when I hit Windows left and right, that cycles my windows around in PowerToys. And so that's a unique code because you're going to go Windows right and left, and you need to use those special parentheses there to do it. And right now I have my keyboard set as the 7 button and the 9 button to do it. The next one is the organizer. From the TDO page, I can actually open up my organizer with the 6 button, and that's if I hit this keystroke. That's the Alt button. It's Alt and then keystrokes will open it. So I'll show you that in a moment. Let's get the TDO app, the TDO program open. I'm going to hit the button now, and we'll open up the organizer. The same thing will apply for the Acquire tab. It's just a different keystroke combo. You can write that down. And so it sends those keys in order. That's how it works. So if you're in a text box, unfortunately, it's going to send those keys to a text box. So don't have a text box open if you want to use it. And we can open up the Acquire tab. Now we combine this with PowerToys, and we can cycle our windows around however we like it. So if we open up the organizer, then we open up the Acquire tab, we can use the 7 and 9 keys to shift them around in the power windows, or the fancy zones of PowerToys. Next, there's a trick here. We want to save configuration, and then we can check the other settings. Under settings, we want to click minimize to tray and start minimized. We need to make sure both of those are saved there. We can also add a couple backups in the directory. That's helpful. Every once in a while, Windows will change the keyboard number or the mouse number on you, and you'll have to go in to reassign them. It's easy to do. You just click on the device and then scan the new button, or the key, and then scan the new button that you want to hit. One more trick with this, this is really important. The way Windows opens up programs, or the way I have it set up, is I just have it do Windows 2, which opens up the second program in the taskbar there. You can set it up however you like. If it's out of order, the macro will still send Windows 2, and it will just send whatever program is in the second slot. So if the programs get dragged around the bottom, left and right, then it might change the order and disrupt your auto-loading keystrokes.